If you wear your shoulders as earrings, this is probably the self-massage for you. So many of us have that tension. Shoulders are up and forward and we just can't seem to relax them back down. We're just a flexion addicted society. Everything is forward. Everything is, using your computer and your phone and in the car and on the couch, you're hunched over. Those shoulders are always rounded and we get very, very anxious too. And that makes the shoulders lift. It's sort of a survival mechanism. We want to protect our face, our front, because it's more vulnerable. Let's let it go today. So first, we're just going to take a whole hand and grasp upper trapezius. So raise the shoulder, all that meaty muscle on the top of the shoulder there, just grasp it and then slowly let the shoulder down, but keep that grasp on the muscle. So you've got a good grasp, but the shoulder is relaxing down. And just stay here and breathe. Or you can add a little to it by starting to slowly move your opposite ear towards the opposite shoulder. And you'll feel it stretch and it feels really good. Slowly coming back on up. And again, slowly, only if it feels good. If not, just hold it. Nice. And now we can get a little more specific using more of a pincer grasp with the fingers, the points of the fingers. So we're going to start up near the neck, raise the shoulder so you can get a good grip, relax it down. And then again, you can just hold it. Ooh, that one is that one's intense for me. It's shooting right through to the front of my head. And you're probably going to feel that. There's a lot of referral patterns in the neck and shoulders. So that's completely normal. Just make sure it's not too much or too overwhelming. You want it to still feel good. So relax that shoulder. And again, you can start to do your active release here. And up. And when you feel like that loosened up, you can go down a little bit towards the shoulder to this next segment and do you can even explore doing some circles, some rotation rather, looking over your shoulders. Just take it all nice and slow. And then you could move down to the next segment and get that part. And then we'll just massage it out. So take your fingers and just up the neck, on the top of the shoulders, behind the shoulders a little bit where we all want massage. That back of the shoulders, so feels really good. Just massaging it out, circles. If you find a good spot, you can just hold it and breathe, let it release, and then continue. You can get in the front a little bit, just cover all the ground. And now we'll release the pecs that always pull those shoulders forward, right? So start right under the clavicle and right off the sternum. So the breastbone here, you're going off the border of it into the soft tissue, and you want to be sort of up against the clavicle here. Engage the tissue, and you'll start a trajectory towards the shoulder. But you won't push it or force it. You're just going to hold it and let the tissue release. If you'd like to add some active movement, you can begin to roll the shoulder back. And you'll feel some muscle engagement there, some stretching. All the way to the shoulder, about there. And then go to the next segment. So underneath where you just were, right underneath, again, right off the sternum, engage the tissue, keep that working arm relaxed, that shoulder down, and go ahead. And if you want to, you can include the rolls, the shoulder rolls. So nice to open that up. And last time, just at the bottom of the sternum, a little lower than where you were before, engage and just hold it there, let it release. Add the rolls if you want to. Should all feel really nice. Now to stretch that tissue a little more, we'll take a soft fist. We're going to start this time where we ended, right, at the shoulder, and we're going to bring it towards the sternum inward this time. So gather the tissue, start to bring it inward, and what you can do is add shoulder circumduction. So just up and around shoulder circles, right? However much range you have, it doesn't matter. If you have some restriction there, just do whatever circles you got. And all the way. And make sure when you're going up, you're externally rotating. You don't want to be here. You want to rotate out like that. All the way to the sternum. And then let's just massage out the pecs. All this area. You can go on the sternum a little bit too, that feels good. Over to the shoulder, like over here. If you find a tender point, you can hold it. You can roll with it. Roll with it. You can circumduct here. Yeah, anything like that. And then we'll move on to our deltoids. Just squeeze, explore, find good places. You can squeeze and pull. You can explore with your fingers. And now delts go anteriorly and posteriorly. So they're all around. So don't forget to get the back of them, the front of them, the sides, and they actually go down about halfway to the elbow. So you can explore that whole territory. Look for restrictions, look for tender points, and see if you can just hold and release. Imagine breathing in the good stuff, oxygen, nutrients, energy, love. Breathing out the bad stuff, tension, anxiety, restrictions. Gone. And then you can continue down to biceps and triceps, why not? You can be thorough. Squeezing, pulling. And drop your arms, roll your shoulders, dangle your arms down at your sides. See if you've lost your earrings and your shoulders have settled down and back a bit. Notice the difference between the two sides. Notice the difference between before the massage and after. Take any note of how it feels. It's so interesting to compare the two sides when you've worked one to see how effective it can really be. So of course, go on back and do the other side. Thanks for massaging your shoulders with me.